Hi, my name is Michael Angelo. I am a subscriber to Anthem Blue Cross Insurance. I used Anthem to pay for a couple appointments I had with a terrible doctor, and I had to file an appeal so that I could get justice. But it was rejected, not because they didn't find anything wrong with the doctor, but because I didn't meet my annual deductible. I just feel completely betrayed and neglected, not just by my providers, but also by my insurance. I do not recommend Anthem. Hello, my name is Michael Angelo Go. I am from Glendora, California. I work mostly in drafting, but I'm also an artist. So I used Anthem Blue Cross to pay for a couple appointments I had with this completely terrible doctor that neglected my lab work and gave me treatments that actually made my condition worse. I actually have thyroid cancer, and the way he treated me made it very difficult for me to get the immediate treatment that I needed. So I went to my insurance to file an appeal because I felt like I didn't need to pay for a service that essentially neglected my health. I had to wait 60 calendar days for them to respond back and review what happened to me. And once they finally made their verdict, they told me that my claim was rejected because not because of what they found the doctor did, but because I did not meet my annual deductible. So basically, they didn't reject my claim because they didn't find that he didn't do any uh, issues with care, but because I didn't pay them enough. I received a letter in the mail, an official letter stating that the reason that my claim was rejected was not because they didn't find that my doctor neglected me, but because they simply said that I did not reach my annual deductible, as in I did not pay enough money to sort of get that reimbursement fee. So they cannot essentially drop those charges, which I feel like is a completely unreasonable uh, decision to make, considering that I have cancer, and essentially what this doctor has done has made it like very difficult for me to work and to get the proper treatment that I needed in a more urgent time. So what I had to do was I had to contact the MHS, that is the Department Management of Health Services, and I basically escalated my claim with them. But then I received a response back saying that they did agree with my reasoning behind not wanting to pay for these services, but they also told me that because my insurance is provided through an employer, my father insurance Anthem Blue Cross is provided through Caltech. Because of that, they have no power to overturn their decision to not throw my bills into collections. So I had to contact HCA, which I feel like you know this I'm in a very difficult situation. I have cancer, and I feel like I can't reward treatment from a doctor that neglected me, and so I feel like it shouldn't have been this difficult for me to essentially get justice. I'm just waiting for HCA to respond. They told me that they are going to call me back and they're going to assign me an advocate, and we're going to talk through what essentially how we're going to move forward. Other than that, I do sort of have a backup plan if that also doesn't work, like contacting perhaps the insurance bureau. But right now, I'm just taking it step by step. The worst case scenario is that I essentially sue my doctor, but I don't want to jump to it. Well, there's actually two solutions. You know, I do want them to basically just drop the charges. It's not much. It's about like I owe like $223.50. I can afford to. Well, no, I. It's not much to most people, but I'm actually unemployed right now. I was just let go of my job, and part of the reason that I was let go probably was you know my performance was failing, and I feel like part of the reason that my performance was failing was because my doctor failed to properly assess my lab work with me, and it made me believe that the problem was with me when really it's just like I had a serious medical problem. I had cancer, and for many months, believed that I was the problem, but no, that wasn't the case. So, what I really want essentially from this company is not only like for them to drop the $200 that I owe for the service that neglected me, but also, an apology because I've been dealing with this problem for probably several years now. I've had symptoms for a very, very long time, but I just sort of brushed them off. But like after I graduated from college and they didn't improve, I started to believe that maybe there was a problem. And it turns out there is. So, I just feel insulted as a cancer patient that, you know, my claim was rejected, not because my cancer wasn't treated, but because, I didn't give the insurance company enough money.